Hi everyone. Today we're going to be building a manual machine, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this was just because we want to practice our manuals, especially my wife. She wants to practice her manuals and is having trouble getting up, and hopefully this will alleviate a lot of the fear of getting to that pivot point and falling backwards, because we'll be able to put you in place. But another reason is that I eventually want to start building him ramps in the future. Now I have zero carpentry background. This is probably the first thing I've ever built. In fact, this drill is from a friend. I don't know where we got the saw from, but you can see, like, I mean, we still got the sheath for it. Like, I don't know where we even got this from, but we have it.
Don't mess with that.
Don't mess with that.
Don't mess
but aside
with
from that, I just went to the store to buy the few things that I need in order to build this thing. And this is the first project that we're going to build. We're going to build it together. We're going to learn some stuff. And hopefully in the future we'll be able to build some ramps. But for now, we're going to start off very simple. I felt like the manual machine was within my limit of skills to accomplish. And if I can do it, you can absolutely do it, seeing as how I have zero experience in this. So the things that I went out and got that I needed, we got some wood screws.
Yeah. Specifically
Needed to be 3-inch long, because if we're going through 2-inch boards into the next board, we need to be able to get about another inch into the next board in order to keep everything together.
This has got to be fun.
This little, I guess, eye hook thing, screw, is going to go on the end of one of these boards so that we can put our bungee cord and attach that to it. And it'll allow us to, when we go up too far, it'll hold us into place. Sharpie, we did have one of those around the house, so we found one of those.
I have one.
Tape measure, also, just grabbed from a friend.
Yeah.
Now this bungee cord I got seems cool. We'll see if it works. It's a bungee cord, but you can adjust the length on it. So we're going to be able to dial in exactly how far we need to go.
I'm going to cut the camera in half with the saw.
Cut it in half. We're slashing prices. And then the pieces of lumber that I needed, pretty simple. 2 2x6s. Each one's 8 foot long. You could probably get 1 2x6 if you got them longer, but we didn't have a big enough car for that. So we needed to get 8 feet long, because we don't have the room, and
Mommy,
we'll just didn't want to cut it all into pieces that we needed.
Give me sunglasses, please.
I guess Kate needs sunglasses.
Well, let me get right on that, sir.
And then 2 2x4s. I got 2, although we probably could have gotten away with just using 1. But I imagine I'll make a couple mistakes, just in case. I got 2. Aside from that is the drill and the saw. We're gonna do it all by hand, except for the drill.
All
but
from scratch?
It'd be nice to have a circular saw, but you know.
Are we gonna build this from scratch?
We're building it from scratch.
Oh. Yay! I always wanted to build something from scratch.
Yeah. Well, now we're gonna learn. Like I said, we've never built anything from scratch before. And I do eventually want to start making him ramps, so this is a good place to start. So for the first 2x6, we're not going to cut anything. This is going to be the platform that your bike is going to sit on when you're doing the manual machine. And we kind of need to measure where the backstop's going to go. So I'm putting my bike on the board, seeing where the front of it is. There just has to be enough height here for the for that little circle hook that we've got, and there's plenty of clearance there. So I'm just going to mark roughly where this back tire ends up. So you have a rough idea where we're going to put this thing. Forward and back a couple inches isn't really going to matter, so it doesn't have to be exact, I'm assuming. The next thing I want to measure is just how high up the back tire we're going to go. And you want to go at least half, but further than the tire, to make sure you have plenty of room. But you don't want to go too high, because if you fall off the back, you're going to snag your ass on it. All right, so I actually decided to do 20 inches instead of 22 inches. So we're just gonna go ahead and mark that out right now. Okay, why don't you go ahead and make me a dot on the wood at 22 inches. No, sorry, we're gonna do 20 inches. So right at 20 inches, all right? So from there, another thing I learned from watching all these YouTube videos is you don't need an angle. You don't need a 90-degree angle. All these saws have them. Here's 90 degrees and here's 45 degrees. This one even literally says it, but so if you take and use that as your 90, all right? Slide that right on over here to our little dot. There's our 20 inches. From here, Caden's gonna start cutting. I'll get it started.
Shout out to Walmart for the $30 table.
Yeah! Oh,
Got a dangle.
We got a dangler. So the support piece that we just cut, that's what's gonna go right here. But now we're gonna cut our supports that go across, and it's gonna be about 50% longer than this piece, just so we have that stabilization from left to right. So my next measurement for those side supports, I don't really have an exact. I'm just gonna go what I think looks right. 32 inches looks like it's gonna be plenty of stabilization left to right. Because I don't want this thing to be gigantic. Like, you must put your left hand on here to keep it down, okay? And your right hand is gonna come here and go back and forth. You're gonna go back and forth really fast, okay?
okay.
See, the faster you go, the smoother it'll go, okay? You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. Just gotta go back and forth, okay? There you go. Keep going. You got it.
Yeah!
Okay.
Can I carry that piece of wood? This isn't really that heavy.
From here,
Oh,
this is where this would connect, right? This is gonna go right there like that. So let's go ahead and mark the center of this at 16 inches. Right? And we want to put that in the center of this board. So we'll eyeball the center of that so that we can line this up and drill it in.
See? Drill?
Yeah, drill.
Yay!
I can't imagine that I need to pre-drill these holes so that the wood doesn't crack. I think it'll be fine. Okay. All right, Caden, go ahead and take this drill. Here's what you're gonna do. You need to put the top on here. You need to put a little weight on the top, and then you need to pull. Okay?
Okay. You mean, like,
You're gonna pull the trigger. Okay, so put your hand there, and then pull the trigger. All right. Good.
yeah!
Nicely done. Just make sure we line it up. Still make sure it's straight. Looks pretty good right now. Further, a little further, a little further. Stop.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. Now it's all secure.
All secure.
Always wear sunglasses when you're building a manual machine. Right? So no
Yep.
when particles goes in your eye.
That's right. Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
Drill it on in there. Push. Push weight. Yeah, push weight. Here you go. Okay, you're good. Yeah. Good job. There you go. You got it. You gotta push. It's all about this. There you go. All right, you're good.
Yay.
All right, next step is going to be to fasten this bad boy now. Right there. We're going to put 2 drills in on this side.
I don't think I'm doing this one.
Oh, it's cracking. Maybe we should pre-drill this just to be safe. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pre-drill some holes just to be safe. That's in there.
What?
Now we're going to cut 2 little feet from the leftover 2x6 to make the supports that go underneath the stabilization leg. So we got 6 inches right here, right?
Now can I make a line?
And then from there, another 6 inches. Can I make a line right across there? Straight line. Here, don't push that way, just drag across. Okay, do the next one. There you go, much better. Alright, now I gotta cut those bad boys off. For all you husbands out there, just make sure to put your wife to work every now and then. Want me to take over?
Not done.
Ow.
I got you started.
Obviously, if you have a circular saw or something like that, that'll make life a whole lot easier, but we're doing this on the cheap, and we don't have any of those tools, like I said. Alright, next one.
Ooh, you beast.
Yeah. We got an eye out.
Tiring.
Now it's not.
Alrighty.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, left and right ready to go there. So with our 2x4, this is going to be our rails. I'm going to go slightly more, about a quarter of an inch more than 22 inches. And then I'm going to measure out another one of those pieces from the other side. Alright, so we're going to draw our line and start cutting.
Earth shake.
Alright, so from here I'll show you what I'm going to do next. We're building these side rails. These side rails, our tire's going to go right in between here, so we just need to make sure that it's wide enough to put our tire. Now, if I go in a little too far, we know that these are 2x4s and this is a 2x6. That's going to leave us 2 inches here in the middle. Not quite big enough for our tire. Our tire is 2.8 inch. So it just means that when we drill these in, we're just going to need to leave a little bit of extra room here so that our tire will fit. So we know we need a little bit of space. Not much, just a little bit. And one more, and we get to see whether or not we succeeded or failed. Alright, now I just need to fasten these supports to our back. Oh, taking me a second to get to the ground because of my wrist, which is a little messed up from my crash that you guys probably may or may not have saw on the previous video.
Loser.
Okay. And same on the other side. Yeah, this is a little flimsy, so just pull it in a little bit like that. Alrighty, let's see how this fits. Pretty good. Alright, so from here, we're going to build some supports going along the inside of this to help better stabilize this tire from going left and right. But we need to make sure that we don't go too far at a 45-degree angle. For one, we want to go higher up the tire, but two, we don't want to go anywhere near our derailleur. So probably wherever our derailleur's at, and you got to assume it's going to kick back. So let's go a little bit further in, just to be safe. Especially when it kicks back from not having a chain on it, if we ever want to take our chain off. I would say we'll start there. So this is not going to be exact, but it'll be close enough. 18 inches or so. Go ahead, let's do 19. What are you doing? We're being attacked by a TIE fighter.
Pew, 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 pew.
Alright, so I can already tell I'm not going to need this other 2x4 that I got. I've more just got it to be safe. But once I cut this piece that I have left over into two 19-inch pieces, we're pretty much done as far as cutting goes. So next what I did was I put this piece of wood to the inside and just marked the inside of it as to what the angles would need to be in order to fit in there. And now I got to cut those off. All right, let's see.
This is Daddy building together a manual machine.
Whoa. That is perfect. Couldn't be more perfect.
Oh!
A wasp. Nina, back up. I mean, it's weird. It is weird being in place, and I don't know how I feel about it just being on my rim like that. It feels like it's gonna like bust my damn rim, but I mean, oh, I am rolling forward, so I'm gonna have to put a block in there. So you can see all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little piece of wedge that I already had, make sure that it's right in there, right where my tire will be. I marked it back here to make sure it'll be there. I pushed it in a little bit so it'll wedge a tad. Yeah, you'd want to take, I see, you would want to take the chain off for sure.
Take the chain off.
It's going to take practice. It's going to take practice for sure, but it is solid. And if you're having any trouble getting that front wheel off, like Mikell does, you really don't even have to worry about it. Like, what's going to happen? You're not going to fall left or right. You're not going to fall over the back once we put the once we attach the bungee cord to it. So yeah. Want to give it a try, hon?
Yep, there we go, there we go.
Okay, keep going.
That's your manual mission.
There's your balance. Well, here, there's your balance point. Oh, right there. Try, instead, you're dropping your weight forward too much, which is pulling the seat, pulling the tire forward. Drop down and back. Much better. Just drop your body down.
But then I can't like...
Yep, just like that. Yes, great. See how putting your butt back is like you're already pulling the front tire up as much as you were when you were like jumping and pulling up with your arms. But see how much easier it is to just lean back? Nice. Lean even further back. Keep your head up. Look forward. Yep. Yep. You're already doing it way better than you were yesterday, though. Yeah. Get your butt all the way back behind that axle. Much better. Nice.
My chunky thighs are stopping me.
Yeah, but you're getting it.
You need to go a little bit more back.
I like it. It's good practice. It's good practice for sure. Well, there you guys go. Made ourselves a manual machine. Did it with 0 carpentry skills whatsoever. I was doing things the wrong way, using tools that weren't meant for the job, but we got it done. It gives you plenty of ability to just practice finding that balance point and getting used to the scary feeling of going off the back. And the same thing works as pulling the back brake if you're about to go off. Just don't pull the back brake coming forward to stop yourself from falling forward. And it is weird that you can't move your foot forward, so it's probably best to take the chain off. But all in all, worked out pretty good. Thanks for watching.
And subscribing.
And subscribing. That's right, listen to Kaden and subscribing.